Hi everybody, this is Jennifer. Welcome to my channel where I talk about books, music, movies, and anything else that takes my fancy. Today I am doing part one of my fiction bookshelf tour. My books are separated via size. Like I have trade size, I have paperbacks, mass market paperback size, and then I have hardcover, like regular hardcover, large size. They're also separated by read and unread, and they're ordered by alphabet. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so these are my trade size books, and we're starting with the unread. We have At Night We Walk in Circles by Daniel Alarcon, Surfacing by Margaret Atwood, Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen, Rule of the Bone by Russell Banks, The Black-Eyed Blonde by It's by Benjamin Black, and it's a Philip Marlowe novel. I didn't realize it wasn't by Philip Marlowe when I bought it, but I'm going to give it a shot. Up here we have Italo Calvino, If on a Winter's Night a Traveler. That's up there because technically I'm currently reading it, and I'm like, I don't know, 20 some odd pages in. Okay, so back we go. We have Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. Let me pull back just a little here. The Necromancer's House by Christopher Bullman, A Clockwork Orange by Anthony Burgess, Heartsick by Chelsea Kane, Off Magazine Street by Ronald Everett Capps, The Yiddish Policeman's Union by Michael Chabon, 40 Stories by Anton Chekhov, The Book of Lost Things by John Connolly, A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens, The Language of Flowers by Vanessa Diffenbaugh, The Invisible Circus by Jennifer Egan, Middlesex by Jeffrey Eugenides, and The Virgin Suicides also by Jeffrey Eugenides. We have Madame Bovary by Gustave Flaubert, Cold Comfort Farm by Stella Gibbons, The Library at Mount Char by Scott Hawkins, The Sun Also Rises by Ernest Hemingway, Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro, The Metamorphosis and Other Stories by Franz Kafka, The Visible Man by Chuck Klosterman, From the Mixed Up Files of Mrs. Baisley Frankenweiler by E.L. Konigsberg, The Flamethrowers by Rachel Kushner, Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy by Jean Le Carré, The Cutting Season by Attica Locke, Magic Mountain by Thomas Mann, The Czar of Love and Techno by Anthony Mara, and Shock Girl by Steve Martin. Okay, so this is my second shelf of unread books. We're going to start with I Am Legend by Richard Matheson, More Tales of the City by Armistead Maupin, The Night Listener by Armistead Maupin, The Road by Cormac McCarthy, The Heart is a Lonely Hunter by Carson McCullers, Breakfast with Buddha by, whose name I can't, Roland Marullo, The Last Days of New Paris by China Mieville, The Ancient Child by N. Scott Momati, and Housemaid of Dawn by N. Scott Momati. We have Lamb, The Gospel According to Biff, Christ's Childhood Pal by Christopher Moore. We've got Beloved by Toni Morrison, The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison, Jazz by Toni Morrison, and Song of Solomon by Toni Morrison. We have Lolita by Vladimir Nabokov. We have Sweet Française by Irene Nemirovsky, Invisible Monsters by Chuck Palahniuk, Bel Canto by Ann Patchett, Inherent Vice by Thomas Pynchon, Blind Fall by Christopher Rice, Franny and Zoe by J.D. Salinger, Nausea by Jean-Paul Sartre, In America by Susan Sontag, Shovel Ready by Adam Sternberg, Olive Kittredge by Elizabeth Strout, Our Tragic Universe by Scarlett Thomas, The Killer Inside Me by Jim Thompson, and A Hell of a Woman by Jim Thompson, Confederacy of Dunces by John Kennedy Toole. This Is Where I Leave You by Jonathan Tropper. Cat's Cradle by Kurt Vonnegut. The Bridges of Madison County by, I think his first name is Robert Waller. And then Fingersmith by Sarah Waters. And then finalizing the last two books I have here. You can't tell by looking at the spine, but that's Vile Bodies by Evelyn Waugh and To the Lighthouse by Virginia Woolf. Okay, so last but not least, we're at my read books. Oh, say hello to my Super Nintendo and Donkey Kong Country. So we have The Hanging Tree by Ben Aronovich, Emma by Jane Austen, Persuasion by Jane Austen. That should probably be in the mass markets, but okay, that's where it is. Antediluvian Tales by Poppy Z. Bright. Are You Loathsome Tonight by Poppy Z. Bright. The Devil You Know by Poppy Z. Bright. Liquor, Prime, and Soul Kitchen by Poppy Z. Bright. The Value of X and Duck by Poppy Z. Bright. Tell the Wolves I'm Home by Carol Rifka Brunt. Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman. The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. Jemima J by Jane Green. Intensity by Dean Koontz. Death in Venice by Thomas Mann. A Constellation of Vital Phenomena by Anthony Mara. Tales of the City by Armistead Maupin. Uprooted by Naomi Novik. And last but not least, Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore by Robin Sloan. All right. That's the end of the first part of my fiction bookshelf tour. If you want to leave a comment, discuss any of the books you saw today, please leave a comment down below. Feel free also to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.